Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, this is How to App on iOS, and it's Thursday here in Australia. Sorry I'm running a little bit late today. That is technology for you. And I'm trying to manage a whole bunch of different things today, which is going to be really interesting. So there we are. I move my mic over a little bit here. So this is going to be interesting. I hope everybody is doing well. If you are watching over on Facebook land, welcome to you too. We are live over here at YouTube. You can always pop over here to YouTube as well and join the chat, or you can chat from there and we can see your comments here. You can also catch the show daily at the website howtoapponIOS.com for all your How to App on iOS goodness stuff, things and that. Yeah, so I'm a little bit tired, let's say today, because I've been up all night messing around with new gear, of course. Well, I haven't been up all night. I was up doing stuff for a while, then I had to sleep, and then I overslept. Yeah, but that's enough of those problems there. Let's have a look at who's in the chat so I can say hello. I have to backdate here because of the way my stream works. Alex Backus, hello to you. Russ, Scott, Lady, Rudeline. What else do we have? I already said Russ. Jeez, I'm not with it today. Tom Rochelle, Scott. Is that Danny Broderick? Cold Acre, welcome to you as well. Gary Hubs. Did I say Gary Hubs? God, I'm shocking. I don't even have my glasses on. Here they are. Damn. I'm going to put on my glasses. Let's do this. Yes. Nina, hello. I can see. Oh my God, I've got glasses on. I can see. Dr. Zorders. How are you today? Going down the list. Benedict Stewart, good to see you too. And I think I'm getting Deep Gravity. Hello, hello, hello. Joshua, good. Russ, welcome aboard. I know Pete just sent me a message on Messenger saying, "You okay?" So did I miss Pete? He's probably here as well. If he's sending me a message to check if I'm okay, then he must be here too. Good to see all of you. Thank you for joining me. So this is going to be fun today because we're going to be messing around with this Mac and seeing if we can throw on a whole bunch of iOS apps and see if they work. We'll show you what does work, what might work, what can work, and when we force something to work, does it kind of really sort of work? Nah. So it's going to be fun. Let me grab some water. As I said, I was running late today. I only woke up 20 minutes before the show, so luckily I was up at around midnight last night setting everything up, so it wasn't too hard to get things going. Oh, that water is so chilled. It's delicious. Okie doke. So let's have a look at the usual, because you know what? Again, there's always this. Apps are on sale, and they just continue to be on sale, and there's so many more apps each morning. So probably since my last time I looked at this, which was about 3 hours ago or 4 hours ago when I fell asleep. Yep, there's a whole bunch more. Let's go full screen. Oh, you know what? This is the most confusing thing I'm experiencing at the moment with all the Mac and everything. I have 2 mice on my computer desk. I've got 3 keyboards. It's very confusing flicking between each of the items. But I shall get used to it. I know, right? First world problems. They're not that bad. So there's the full screen here. So here are some of the apps. So a lot of these I don't know, but I do know some of them. Yeah, clearly. So there's some full... Have I refreshed this? Let's just make sure. I think I might be. I'm on page 3. That's why. That's how many new apps there've been. What I was on yesterday. But again, as Tom Rochelle says here, wait till Friday. So as I say, it's Thursday here in Australia, which is still Wednesday in the US. So there's still not all of the apps available. But, you know, there's probably about, I don't know, 70% of the apps here now, probably. Who knows? That's an estimate. So as you can see, tonality, I have that. So that's on sale. So most of these are around a couple of bucks off. Some have some big savings. You know, the link's always in the description to go through these, but so this I think EG Pulse is on sale. So Final Touch is on sale. There you go. So X Drummer from Positive Grid, Final Touch is on sale. Man, all the Eventide apps are on sale, if I remember from looking yesterday, and there's a heap of those. So these stereo filters, man, there's so many, it is just hard to keep up. It seems like every couple of hours I go to another page. There seems to be more and more apps, so Oreo Pro. But yeah, the next couple of days, there's going to be a whole lot more. So keep checking there. Go check the link that's in the description to this appslice.com where I'm at right now. And we shall see. So how am I going to run? This is the thing. When I got the Mac yesterday, let's see if I can grab my camera. I did a Patreon yesterday. Here's my camera. So I did a Patreon yesterday. G'day Pete, welcome to the chat. And of me setting up the Mac. And I'll be completely honest, it was a bit of a mess, to say the least. It wasn't that bad, but I unboxed it. I went to plug it in and set it up, and it wouldn't turn on. And that's because I hadn't plugged it in. So I was frazzled from the get-go. Once I got it plugged in, it wouldn't recognize my Bluetooth keyboard to get it. And that's the first thing that the Mac Mini asks you. It says, can we have a keyboard plugged in, please? So I'm just moving my air conditioner, which is causing me... Man, move. So it was asking for a keyboard and a mouse. It found my mouse, my Bluetooth mouse, but it couldn't find my Bluetooth keyboard. So I had to leave the stream and leave everybody hanging for about 5 minutes, which was really unprofessional, while I ran down to my flatmate's computer and had to go and get his laptop, his keyboard out of from his computer. And the thing was, it was all... attached to his computer, but he'd made like some of that convoluted PVC tubing where you put all your wires into, and so he had like 4 wires into that with a split down the middle. So I had to split that apart and try and pull out the cord. So it took me ages to get the keyboard up here, but once we got the keyboard plugged in, the rest of it was smooth sailing. It all set up really nicely. Everything was good. I had it set up on my bench, so that's where I'm grabbing my camera. Because where I eventually put the Mac Mini may make some of you think, well, that's a bit shit. So let's see if I can get the camera happening. So there's my extra camera. There we go. It's a bit... I think I changed the brightness on it yesterday too, so I could show you what was going on. Let's see if I can fix that. Now, with my properties... Yeah, I did. I turned up the exposure. No, I didn't. It was over here. I know where I changed it. I changed it in the filter settings in OBS. Let's fix that. Filter, color correction. There we go. Contrast down, brightness back up. That'll do. So, here's my desk right now. So I've got a keyboard over here, a mouse here, my iPad Pro, and my other computer, my MSI laptop. But where is the Mac Mini? So here it is. It's hidden behind here. It's not a very glorious place for it. Look at it. That's all you can see is that tiny little light. So it's actually behind there. So why did I hide it? Because I don't have the space. And I'm going to need, which I have up here, a whole bunch of USB dongles. So these are for my iPad and this is for the new Mac Mini. So I've got a whole bunch of dongles up there that I would rather have sitting there so that I can unplug cables and all of that stuff. And I'm using my TV as my monitor. So that's the deal there. If I think Russ just asked that. So that's the setup I have. And I don't need to see the Mac Mini. Out of sight, out of mind. I just want it to magically work hidden under that little desk there. And that makes me nice and happy. So it doesn't make any noise anyway. It keeps nice and cool. The thing is whisper quiet. I want to experience the Mac Mini and not know it's there. So I just flick over my screen on my TV and there it is, just waiting for me. So that makes sense to me. And all I can see is that little light just popping out cheekily in the corner. So that's the setup I've got. Now, how am I going to stream the Mac Mini and my iPad here to you guys using OBS? That was the question for me. So I've actually ordered another capture card, but that hasn't come yet. So I had to start trying to think outside the box. So here's what I come up with. If I flick over my TV right now to the Mac Mini and hope it's all still working. Yep, there it is. So I've got it on my screen. The way I'm going to do this, so right now you can see my iPad, okay? See, all iPad, all good there. Now, you can't see this, but I'm going over to my Mac Mini. I'm going into the system preferences. I'm clicking on displays and watch the screen and you'll see the magic. And now I'm going to click AirPlay display, send Mac Mini to my iPad. So now, folks, you should be seeing there is my Mac Mini screen on here. I hope everybody can see that. Give me a 1 if you can see my Mac Mini. How cool is that? So now I can actually use my mouse, which is showing on the television screen, but it's airplaying over here to my iPad. So how cool is that? So now I can open anything I want on the Mac on here until I get the capture card. So once I get the capture card next week, then I can have both screens on and you can see exactly what's happening between the two. But here we are. So let's get into this and let's have some fun. Let's go full screen so you can see the whole Mac there. There you go. So there is my Mac Mini. It incredibly looks like an iPad. This is the thing that's so beautiful about it. I have to admit, look, the thing runs beautiful. It's I don't know, it's really impressive. As you can see down the bottom here, I have LumaFusion already installed. So this is the iPad version of LumaFusion. So let's just cut to the chase and let's open that up and see how that runs, yeah? There we go. Says to sign in with my Apple ID. Okay, I can do that. Maybe I can. Why is it? I don't know. I don't want to reset my password. That's ridiculous. All right. So what I might need to do. There we go. So there is LumaFusion. How cool is that? And yeah, it runs exactly like LumaFusion would. So I can click here, go to my photos. So it pulls all my photos straight away. Is it letting me do it? There we go. Photos. So they're all my photos from my iPad. I can scroll through. I can drag in any of the video clips. So we can use LumaFusion exactly like normal. Let's jump in and grab, see if I can find a video clip from, is this a video clip? I think so. Can I hit play? Yeah, cool. So this is from the MEtheist clip. So I should be able to drag that into the timeline. So now, as you can see, we have LumaFusion working here. Now I can pump up the sound. Let me just grab the sound. This should be working. It's downloading the video now from my iCloud. So it should appear in a second. Yes, it does run Cubasis, but we'll get there. So just be patient, Joshua. Just be patient. Now, here's the thing that's really cool here. Because I've got this on my iPad, I'm actually using my finger gestures. You're going to love this. I'll just grab my camera again and show you. So I'm juggling everything. If I'm a bit slow today, it's because I'm trying to juggle all these mice and flicking back and forth. So here is... So this is the Mac screen being airplayed onto my iPad. And look, I'm able to pinch to zoom what's on my Mac on my iPad. Is that freaking cool or what? Yeah? That is bananas. But here's the thing. So I can move everything else. Like I can move the timeline. But I can't move the timeline with my actual, so this is, sorry. I'm using here when I touch my Magic Keyboard, nothing's happening here, so it can't control it here. I have to use this mouse, this is getting confusing, to move around the timeline, grab things and move them around, but to stretch, I can do it on the screen. Weird, yeah? Yeah, I'm getting my head around it. It's quite odd indeed. So it's like the iPad is compensating using an iPad app on a Mac by allowing me to use the screen during AirPlay, but I have to use the mouse. Stop it! I'm falling into a hole. I can't get out. Help! I was having nightmares of this. This is why I woke up so weird this morning. I've had enough. There we go. Exactly, Pete. This is fucking meta upon meta upon meta upon meta. It is bizarre as shit. If I hit play now, so where do we do that? So just trying to find the play button on here. There it is. It's over here. So I've got sound. So we've got. There we go.
Come on, keep the face for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know, Derek. It's a mess. Derek just wrote in the chat for those watching over at Facebook. I warned you, Alice, about falling into the hole.
Hands, though,
so, look,
away from your face.
it's working,
Once I
though.
get too close, I lose the image.
Yep.
So, we've got the sound here.
Cool.
I can stop this. We can do all the usual stuff that we looked at yesterday on this app. So, if I double click on here, we can go in and we can add all the green screen effects. Oops, we don't want that one. Where are we? I'm so lost. There, it's down here. So we can go and add our green screen trickery. So there it is. There's the green screen button. We can click that. So yeah, we can do all the same stuff. So LumaFusion seems to be working really well. So that's really cool. So let's close LumaFusion and quit that out. Sweet, yeah? So that's pretty cool. So what else is going to work? What else? Before we jump into that, let's have a look at this. So I did, of course, download GarageBand last night. So that's all running. And I have connected my Steinberg UR22. That's all working. So let's just quickly create a new track here in GarageBand. First time ever using GarageBand on Mac. It's been really fun. Had to download all these drummers and everything. So as you can see here, we've just got a drummer track here. And do we have sound? Doesn't sound like it. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So we've got, now I wonder, let's see how meta we can get again. Can I do the zooming thing? Yeah, look, the zooming thing works again on the iPad here. So with my fingers, I can zoom in and do everything here, but I can't control anything with the actual Magic Keyboard. So get my head around that. So definitely GarageBand's working good. That's cool. Let's quit there. I also jumped on and grabbed the trial of Logic Pro X last night, the 90-day trial. So I'm excited to jump in and have a look. Like I opened it last night briefly, and this is the thing. Look at that. It looks exactly the same as GarageBand. What's the deal? Is there a difference even this? Even if I hit create with a drummer, that's just GarageBand. What is it? Just it's a bit disappointing, actually. All this time I'd been kind of looking forward to opening up Logic, and it's just GarageBand with like some extra knobs and stuff. Okay. Interesting. Early days, but ultimately, like, let's be it's much deeper. I get it, Tom. So, but here's the thing too. Another reason I did get this Mac, and I just got the base model. So let's be honest, it's not that powerful, and there's been more videos come out about the memory distribution, and people are starting to find it's maybe not as magical as what they first perceived. But at the end of the day, all I wanted this Mac for was to be able to use GarageBand, use Logic, Final Cut Pro, maybe have a different option to record stuff and collaborate with some more of my friends who don't own iPads, who own Macs. And that has been something that has pissed me off for a really long time. I have a lot of friends who have Macs and have iPad, but do all their stuff on Mac. And, translating all those files across to my iPad is a pain in the ass. I'd really love to just be able to work with those friends and do more collaborations with a Mac. So that is the main reason. I'm not using it to run these live streams. I don't need super high power for live streams. I have my other computer for that. I don't need something that's going to crush the world with evil laughter. I keep seeing people say, oh, but you couldn't have like 100 tracks with it. I don't think I'm going to be using 100 tracks in a Logic project. I think the most I've ever used making music myself was 70, and that was really pushing it. So I think it's going to do everything I need it to do for the next few years, which is absolutely fine. And like anything, it's got to work for you, not what somebody else wants. Remember that too. When you hear these other people go, bro, I bet you should have gone for 16 gig. Like, how the fuck would you know what I should or shouldn't have gone for? We'll talk more about that in our show tomorrow because we've got Pete on the show and we're having the rant. So we'll talk about expert opinions tomorrow. All right, let's get back to this. Sorry. Oh, man. I'm so thirsty today. Deep Gravity. I have an extra hard drive for this already. So I only got the base model of 256 gig. I have an extra 2.5 terabyte hard drive, and I've got a 256 gig SD card plugged into it as well. So I already have plenty of memory for storing stuff, plus I've got a 2 terabyte iCloud account. So I'm not worried about the storage. I can't see myself really going in and adding a lot of apps to this thing. I really just want it for music production and some video production, and that's really it. And I just want it to run buttery smooth for that kind of thing. So, but I've been watching YouTube on it and stuff. Look, it's all smooth for that stuff too. So let's jump into the App Store and have a look what apps are available. Because remember, I have a lot of apps, right? I've been buying apps since 2008. And the last time I checked, there was over 4,000 apps. And a lot of those are free ones, because when I first got my iPhone back in 2008 or whatever, I downloaded nearly every free app I possibly could get, because I'd spent so much money on my phone. I had no money to buy apps, so I was just a free leech. And back then, free apps were bloody everywhere. So there we go. So I've got a lot of apps. So I really thought once we open up this, having a look through my apps and seeing what's available, there should be a good chance of there being quite a few apps that could work. And it turns out there's a lot. Any useful ones? I don't really think so. Some, there's a few odd things. So let's jump in and have a look. So yes, I bought ToneBridge. As you can see here, I bought ToneBridge for Mac yesterday, which is free anyway. And as you can see here, you've got Mac apps. Let's go full screen so you can see what's... Oh, yeah, full screen. Cool. So you've got Mac apps here and you've got iPhone apps. So if I click on iPhone apps, these are all my purchased apps. So as you can see, straight off the bat, there's already a few which are pretty recent. So I bought this Theremin Touch only a few days ago, which is it was free. Just bear with me one moment. Technical difficulties. I didn't have my vape. I thought something was missing while my mouth was starting to go weird. Oh yeah. So we've got this Theremin Touch Tube Buddy, which I use for YouTube for my statistics. So that's available. And I'll tell you a really cool thing I was blown away with. When I installed, now I know this is a new thing with Chrome. When you install Chrome on a new computer, and if you've got like plugins already installed on Chrome on your other computer, when I installed Chrome on here, it pulled over all my extensions as well. So my Tube Buddy that I use for YouTube was all installed. I was really impressed with that. Tom Rochelle, what's the issue with storing Logic projects in iCloud, Derek? Yeah, I saw Derek write that. What is the issue with that? Is it because if you don't have enough space? I have plenty of space to do that, but I normally save stuff on my iCloud and then save it on a drive as well. So I normally do both just to make sure, because I don't trust the cloud and I don't trust a hard drive. I don't trust either of them. I don't trust anybody. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Am I funny to you? Anyway, fuck. So you can see here there's a few apps straight off the bat. Look at this. So we've got slow-mo effects. Now I just did a show on this 2 days ago from 4 Pockets. So as you can see, I've got it installed. So let's have a look. If I go to Launchpad here, scroll across, what do you know? Look, I've got a few apps here from the App Store that are already installed. So I've got slow-mo effects. That works. I've got Strummer FX as well. Oh, that was weird. But look, there it is. Can we go full screen? Oh, kind of, sort of. So that's full screen, kind of, sort of, maybe. Okay. Can we go back to what it was? Oh, no. Oh, no. No, I didn't want to close it. See, I'm still getting used to how everything works with Mac. Oh, yeah. Can I change the size of it? No. Does it work if I hit play? Let's have a look. Okay. So it's actually working. Wow. So we've got a latest 4 Pockets app that's working. And it looks like there's a bunch of 4 Pockets apps that are all there. Cool. Can you import it as an AUV3? I don't know. Let's quickly jump over and do that. Let's see how that goes. So if I open GarageBand, how do I open it too? Would I open it if I'm recording MIDI? So I'm just going to try doing I have no idea. Is there where are plugins? So plugins are down here. All right. So can I scroll? All right, so we've got these plugins here. Audio units. Look. Strummer FX. There we go. It added it in as a plugin. It had Apple plugins in GarageBand for Mac. So you can do it, I guess. I guess you can. It's playing, but I can't tell if it's actually interesting. How do I close it? That turns it on. That I don't know how. Oh, so I can move it around. Cool. Sorry, this is all on the fly. So welcome aboard. You're learning. You're seeing this straight away with me. Oh, there. So we've got sound. Cool. So if I hit record, is it going to record? Let's just, can I sync it to the host? Hit record. Is it recording? It doesn't look like it's recording though. hasn't recorded anything. It looks like. If I go back here and hit play, there's different. Oh no, it has. There we go. Cool. Okay, there you go. So there's an AUV3 actually running, an Apple AUV3 iOS running in GarageBand Mac and able to record it. Let's quit that. Let's get out of there. Don't save. Okay, interesting. So as you can see here, a few other apps that I've used. So this is Atom Piano Roll. So this is an AUV3 only, and it's like a sequencer. So I'm not sure how that would work within there. G'day, Patrick. How are you, my friend? So you just wrote, "Holy shit, that's awesome." Yeah, but like I don't know if it's going to crash or not, but we'll get to crashing and stuff soon. So let's go through and do a scroll and see what we've got. So Cinemaker Capture, Shadow Frog, that game apparently works. So I've got Koala Sampler here as well too. Let's open it. Would like to access your microphone. Yeah, sure. Whatever, dude. Here we go. So there you go. Problem report for Koala. So this is something that's actually on the App Store. Now, you know, I didn't sideload this, and look at that. Try reopening it. See if it does anything. Nah. So there you go. There's a massive failure there. So I was able to download that from the App Store, but not problem. So Beat Time. So these free plugins here. These are a delay and reverb. They look like they're available. Grand Piano AUV3 is sitting here. So let's keep scrolling down. Drum Session. V-Stomp Amp Simulator, that's in there as well. But so just remember, folks, too, like from what I've heard from developers, now Paul from Four Pockets told me that he's left his apps there. So I think he's just waiting to see what happens. And I did message him before the show saying, mate, I'm doing a show. Your apps are there. So we'll actually have a look at them. So I guess a lot of the developers are in the same place as me, as everyone. We're all going, huh? We'll just wait and see. Like, let's just try it. All right, so GE Labs is here. Now, this is only showing, so these are my purchased apps, and this is only showing from my purchased apps what Apple have decided are available. So we've got a drum pad. We've got this Auto-Tune mobile app. Apparently this works. Might as well download that just for shits and giggles. Yeah, because it's an iPhone app. So how's that going to work? Let's open it up, see if it works. Yeah, it wants my microphone. Okay, there we go. So here's this. I don't know how it's going to work with my vocals. Maybe I could just think on the fly here. One sec, folks. I know we're live. Grab this lead here, and I grab my my SM58 because it should be plugged into my door. My Steinberg. Hello. Okay, I'll see if I can. I don't know if you can choose. I don't think there's no section here where I can choose what to use it. Maybe I'll have to try use it as an AV3. Let's try doing that. Let's jump into GarageBand again. I know, crazy stuff, yeah? I feel like an archaeologist going through the like pyramids trying to and finding new treasure for the first time. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what do we want to do? Add a microphone. And we want input 2 because I'm plugged in there. Create. Hello. 2. Why have I got no sound? I should be in number 2. Man, I'm still learning this shit. This is so on the fly. Why am I not getting any sound through? Maybe if I try this. Take that out of there. Oops. That was my fan just falling on top of me. Go back there. Where are we? Input 1. Oh, there we go. We've got volume. Cool. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, my friends. So I'm going through my SM58 right now. And let's see if we can add this effect, I'm guessing. All right. So if we go down here, audio units. Oops. Audio units. So I guess it's this auto tune mobile. And look, it's got this next to it. Does that mean it's not working? Is that what that means? Hello? I'm guessing that's what it means. That's not a good. That's normally not a good thing. That little icon there. Am I right? Can anybody help me there? I'm thinking that's not good. Yeah. I'll try that again. I haven't used... well, here's the deal. We'll get to AUM because, as you can see... Yeah, means it's not working. Cool. All right, let's get out of there. And don't say... Okay, so we're back. So, yeah, man, this is all very experimental. So... did I open 2 projects? What am I doing? Go away, please. GarageBand, close, quit. Bye-bye. There we go. So let's go through some more apps quickly, and then I'm going to show you how I sideload stuff in because I can get stuff working that isn't there. Here's another weird thing, all right? So I own Aurea Pro, but for some reason on the Mac App Store, it says that I don't. I have to pay for it, all right? See, everything else that I own, and I'm too scared to click on it in case it charges me again. I don't want to get charged, even though I can probably get a refund and send them a letter. So let's just go back over here. Let's do this. So if we go to Discover, if I go to Search and put in Aurea, sorry, just wait for my keyboard to catch up. Aurea Pro, so it pops up there in the App Store. Aurea Pro, and on iPhone, iPad. So there they are. They're both apparently here. But look, they've got like the price tags, like I don't own them. And I know this happens sometimes on iPad, and if you just click them anyway, it comes back and says, you already own this. Okay, so good days. But I don't want to risk clicking it and getting charged $38.99, even though it's on sale at the moment. So apparently I did get an email from the developer, Rim, and he said it is working, but a lot of the touch, all the touch capabilities kind of sort of screw it up on iPad, on Mac. So that's the word, that it does actually work. I'll see if I can get around this and I don't know, maybe just click it and give it a go. Because here's the deal. I don't actually own Aurea Pro. I own the Aurea, and I've paid for the in-app purchase. So if I was going to download it, I'd have to download this one and then run the in-app purchase to actually make it Pro. And because it depends on how you buy it for each time, how you set it up. So to answer your question, Joshua, the quick answer for Cubasis is no, it's not available here from the App Store, so you can't actually install it from the App Store, but I'm going to show you how you can do it. So it's actually possible. I've seen it working, so I know that it is working. I don't know how much of it is fully working, but it is working. So let's go through a few more apps here before we jump over and try that. And try and sideload a couple of things, because the next thing we're going to do is try and install iOS GarageBand on Mac. Why would you do that? I don't know. Because I can. Because I can, and I'm going to fucking do it. Why the fuck not? All right, so Wider is available. So there you go. There's another AUV3. Wider's available. So Jam Maestro Lite. There's a lot of apps I own. EG Pulse is here. So EG Pulse is sitting there. Jamku DigiSticks is here as well. So we can grab DigiSticks. Let's download that. That's downloading. Barbara X Drums. What else have we got here? Central Sax. Pete showed that off on his stream. Now we're getting into... So I bought these August 2019. So you can imagine over the last year I've bought quite a few apps and heaps of them are missing if we're back to like August 19. So yeah, Harmonizer, AUV3, that's in here as well. So there's a spectrum analyzer. Stereo lag time works. There you go. We can grab that. If it actually runs is another thing. Remember, even if they're sitting in the App Store, it doesn't mean that they're actually working. So there you go. Voice Record Pro 7 is sitting in there says it's working as well. LumaFusion we've already gone through. Cool. And I can look. Let's have a look. So let's scroll. So this gives you an idea just how many apps I own, which is really tragic. Okay, so these are all the ones that are available from my purchase collection that can be downloaded. Yeah, I know, I've got a lot of apps, yeah. And there's a lot of games in here too. So I'm just covering music stuff. So there's a lot of games. And there's a lot of apps too that are no longer available. So you see, as we get further into my collection, something like this VR Mission no longer works for iPhone because they've never updated it. So there's a lot of things like that. But look, all these, so I'm guessing probably 15% of these probably don't exist anymore. But yeah, this goes right back to my first purchases. Look what the first purchase was that Pete, you'll love that. Cricket Live. The cricket scores. Back in 2008, that was the first app I purchased. Yeah, that was the first. So I Am Instant Messenger, IGN Entertainment, Showtime's, PayPal, more cowbell. Let's download that and see if that works. More cowbell. Oh dear. Does it work? Does it slap?
I gotta have more cowbell.
There you go. I could do this all night, people. I could do this all night. Holy shit.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Alright, I'm dead. Oh man, I needed that this morning. I want that sample one more time. Can we have it one more time? No.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Alright, there you go, folks. The burning question you've been wanting to know: does more cowbell work on Mac? Yes, it does. It slaps, folks. So, alright, let's get out of here. Okay, this has been fun so far. All right, so how am I going to... Alex Backus writes, I'm going to buy a Mac just for running this app. How do you know I didn't? Man, let's put this microphone down. All right, so let's try and sideload some stuff, yeah? All right, so I'm going to plug in. Hopefully this doesn't do what it did earlier. It's creating this weird noise. Okay, cool. So I've just plugged in my iPhone 6S into my Mac Mini. And what I'm going to do is go over to my apps here. And I'm going to open this. So this is called iMazing. And I'm going to continue my trial because I actually haven't updated yet. Okay, so what iMazing does is it's one of these programs that allows you to back up your iPhone, go through your apps, download data and stuff that you might have on your phone, or recover stuff from your phone. So it's one of those kind of apps, and you can pay a subscription every year. I think it's something like, in Australia, it's like $70 a year. To really, and I will update my subscription definitely for this, because it's a very handy tool to have anyway, just in case your phone dies and I have an old phone and I can't use iTunes to restore it. I can use something like this to at least get in and save some data or capture some photo or whatever. These tools are just handy to have. So as you can see here, it's loaded up my iPhone 6s, and I've got this option here to manage my apps. And so here are all the apps that are on my device. So I can scroll through these. And so there's a few plugins here. And what you can do with this, now remember folks, this isn't a guarantee that anything that you do here is going to work. So here's AUM. So if I click the little download button, it's going to start downloading AUM. And there it is. It's giving me a little tick to say it's downloaded. If I right click on it now, I'm going to export this IPA. It's going to ask me where I want to export it to. I'm going to put it in this folder called IPAs. We'll save that. Let's go find a few more apps. I'm not sure. I think Cubases is on here. Let's have a look for C for Cubases. Let's do a search. It's not actually on here, damn. I may have to grab my iPad, which I can do as well. Alright, so how about we try this too? There's GarageBand. Shall we download GarageBand? Yeah. So it already says I've downloaded it, so let's export IPA. And I have to tell the truth, I have already done this. But I thought I'd do it again for your sake. Alright, so there's just two things. Let's hit done here. Get rid of this for now. And let's go into Finder and have a look at these two IPAs and see what we can do. So you just double click on the IPA and it will then put it in your launchpad. Okay, so we'll do both. GarageBand. This one's a little bit longer, and I'll have a vape while that's happening. So talk amongst yourselves and enjoy the cheese platter I've prepared earlier. All right, now, sorry for the lip smacking there. I hate people who lip smack. It's disgusting. I hate myself right now. So let's go to Launchpad, and what do you know? Look, there's GarageBand. Which one would you like me to open first? Tell me, folks. Which one are you more excited about? AUM, GarageBand, or more cowbell? I know what I'm more excited about. All right, so let's do AUM first. Does it open? Okay, so it's there. Can I add an audio? Okay, look at this. We'll save GarageBand for last. I know you're excited. So, audio unit extension. Okay, so Digisticks is here. Can we open... Let's open Starr. Does it work? Ooh, that looks weird. Huh? Okay. But I can't... How can I... Okay. Can I actually do anything, though? Tap to edit. No, I don't want to do that. It looks like I can't do anything in here, though. I can't hit the ARP. For some reason, none of the buttons in here will work. What about on my iPad? No. So there you go. I can actually open it up, but as you can see, it's this weird folder, and I can't actually click on anything. So I'm clicking, and nothing's happening. So that's odd. Very odd indeed. But yeah, I can do that. What about, let's see. What about, I think I downloaded some effects. So let's try choosing my hardware input. Let's, because we've got the microphone set up. Let's see if we can add. So we've got nothing there. Let's see if we can add an effect. Can I add tone bridge or this vocal thing? All right, so that says it's not working. So that's not working. Let's try adding tone bridge perhaps, because I know tone bridge I had working. So I've got the actual tone bridge from, oh, hey. So click on tone bridge. So I've got a death metal pedal set at the moment. Here's my mic. But can I change the settings? No. Here's the problem. In AUM, you can hit the X button. You can hit the X button, but you can't change any of the settings. So there you go. None of the buttons work except the X button, and even the search button, nothing works. So yes. So we're answering questions here today. You know, we're getting some kind of. It looks like all of them are like that. We'll try this stereo lag. Stereo lag's not even loading at all. So that's another thing. All right. But let's be honest. It gives us hope. So who knows? Now remember, when Apple released the Mac and all the apps that were on the iOS App Store, they didn't really give anyone from the app developers the option to opt out. They just opted everybody in, and then all the developers have had to go back and opt out, right? So that's why there was a lot of old apps still sitting there available to be used in my purchased history. Okay, so because a lot of those apps have been abandoned. Like, I don't think the More Cowbell app has been updated for a while. I'm guessing. Maybe it has been. Maybe it's super popular and that's the deal. So, yeah. Pete, did it work? Well, AUM opened. We were able to get my mic connected. But when you open up an AUV3 through it, you can't control any of the buttons. So, yeah. So no luck there. But who knows what's going to happen? So maybe the developers. I mean, AUM's not something that's available on the Mac App Store as a Mac app. So maybe they will fix it. Maybe developers are going to look at it. Remember, we're only 2 weeks into this. If that, I mean, we're only 2 weeks into the M1 Max being available to the public. So there's a lot of time in the future, you know, and remember, I'll get there first because I live in Australia and I'll let you know what's going on. All right, so let's have a look. Does GarageBand on iOS work on Mac? Here we go. It's drum roll, please. Let's see what happens. Pete, you've just made it in time. Okay. So here's a bunch of my projects. Here's the thing though. I'm a bit nervous about opening my projects on here, especially something that I may need. Okay, so I'm a bit scared. This may be a long shot, but could there be an anomaly with the accessibility settings, says Bubba. Yeah, that could be right too. I haven't really had time to look down at this. So this is just a first look at these apps. So I definitely I'm going to be spending much more time looking into this over the coming weeks. I guess many of us are. So, all right. So let's just open a new project. I'm not opening anything that I have currently on here because it would be really upsetting. So let's start a new document. Is that going to work? Can I click new document? No. Why not? I'm just going to try. Why are you not letting me open a new document? I'm just going to try opening this. And then I'm going to try click new document. No, it's not letting me. What? Okay. So it looks like it has opened a new document. All right. Can I go full screen? No, that is the fullest of the screens that I can do. So some apps you can't resize, and this one is one of them. So here we are. We've got GarageBand open. I'm going to start off by opening a vocal track, yeah? And we go to fun because you know what? Aren't you all having fun? Turn on monitoring, okay. All right. Well, there's, hang on. Hello? Ooh. All right,
so I'll turn down. Okay, so what can I do here? Can I hit record? There's no tracks. This is weird. And I can't do anything.
Okay, that was weird. Everything kind of, there was no option to really do anything there. Let's try it again. Oh, it's not letting me open a new document. You know, yesterday I was able to create one. When I had this open yesterday, I was able to do it. And now it's definitely not letting me do it. Do I have a, let's see if I can organize by date. Date created. Because this should be an empty track. Fun. Turn on monitoring. It's not letting me do anything again. See, yesterday I was able to do something. It could be also, I don't know, it could be because I have it set up. See, we've got sound coming through. It could be because I'm running it through AirPlay. Because I'll be honest, I'll tell you what my experience was yesterday. I actually was able to open it up. I'll just close this for now. So we've got preferences here. They work. Let me just try this. Let me just, 1 second, folks. Bear with me. I'm going to go here to my system preferences and we're going to change displays. We're going to turn off AirPlay. Okay, so now you should be back here at my iPad screen. Oh, for God's sake. The time when you want Face ID to work doesn't. Nice one. So I'm just going to open Garage. Now you can't see this. So I'm just going to open up GarageBand here and see if it's any different now that AirPlay is not happening. Vocals. Turn on monitoring. No. So this is really odd because yesterday I had it working and you could actually record a vocal track. You could record a guitar track. I was able to use an AUV3 plugin in there, but as soon as I opened a MIDI track, it shut down GarageBand. That was my experience yesterday, but in the time of today, something may have happened, and Bubba's right, I may need to reboot it. So that's another thing. We could do that now, I guess, and I could shoot the shit with you. Let's try giving that a go. Got time? What time is it? Let's just do it. We'll do it. Give it a go. Because, yeah. Where are we? We'll do a restart. Yes. Thank you. Cool. So how are you all going? How's everybody feeling? Everybody doing good? Let's run through some of the stuff that's happening tomorrow, yeah? So while we're doing a reboot. So we're going to do the rant tomorrow. We're actually going to have my friend Lewis Rojaz on the show, but some really weird shit went down on last week's episode of How to App during my interview with Riley. So Lewis plays in the band with Mechanical Black, and during the show, while he was in the chatting with us, he found out that his dad died. And this was all on Transgender Day of Remembrance, and they're both in a transgender metal band, and I'm trans, and some really fucking weird shit went down last Friday. So I was going to have Lewis actually on the show this week, but as his dad's passed away, I want him to look after himself before coming on my stupid little show here. So hopefully he'll come on next week. But we're going to have Pete on the show anyway, so we're going to do a rant instead. So we'll have some fun ranting and raving, and I'm sure we'll talk about this kind of stuff, about the Macs and shit as well. So my Mac has rebooted, and let's see. Let's have a look. And I'm just going to open GarageBand quickly. Oh yeah, so I hope this has been kind of educational for you, seeing what's kind of working and what's not. So you can use, what I might do is after this show I might jump over to Patreon. So there's a good plug. If you want to join my Patreon, you can sign up for only $1 a month or any of the other tiers. And I'm going to be doing very regular shows over on Patreon, doing stuff that I can't fit into the kind of daily show here. So a lot of random shows where I just jump on and try something different. Okay, so I'm just trying this here one more time. It looks like the same thing's happening. All right, let me bring the screen back for you all. Displays. So it's a no-go at this point. Even though I've got sound through GarageBand. There you go. So we should have our screen back. So, conclusion. GarageBand isn't working. But look, it's picking up sound. La 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 la. But not much else. Okay, that's shut down. Let's just jump back into iMazing, because I think we're all still plugged in. Continue trial. Is there anything else we can grab from here? What about if I grab my iPad and we grab Cubasis, yeah? And that'll be the last thing we do. One sec. I'll grab my other iPad. Okay. Let's unplug that. Yeah. Okay. So I've now plugged in my iPad. This is my iPad 10. Why is it called iPad 10? I don't know why I called it that. Trust computer. Let's see if I can download Cubasis, excuse me, and we'll try doing that, because I know Joshua was asking all the way through this. So does Cubasis work? And the other good thing about this iMazing thing is you can just grab whatever you want. But here's the deal. You've got to have the app actually on your device to be able to pull it down onto the Mac. So that's the way this little trick works, this little side loading trick. I don't want to back up on here, no. Cool, so manage apps, and now we're on my iPad. It's just going to populate all the apps, and we'll grab Cubasis. I'm pretty sure it's on here. I'm not sure which one. Let me check. It's going to suck if it's not on here. I don't think Oreo Pro's on here either. Damn, it's not on here. Oh, that sucks. What else can we grab while we're here? That's on my iPad while it's populating. I'm going to grab Final Touch. Yeah, let's just grab that. Audio share. It's not on here. That sucks. I think because I'm trying to conserve space on here. I could download it, but we'll do it for another show, yeah. What was I going to do? I could grab bias effects. Let's try that. bias. Let's do that. Bias effects 2. So it's a bit of a big download. Because clearly bias are not going to let you download this stuff because they have a Mac app. So we'll just place my iPad there and we'll let this download. Bubba writes, old trick, when getting a new Mac, the best thing to do is strip out, deactivate as many unused extension drivers, as most issues come from simple conflicts. Yeah, this is all stuff I'm going to have to seriously look into because this is my first Mac, and still, I'll tell you what, I will be honest, the one thing, going back to using a desktop, a Windows machine, look, I have no problem with Windows machines. They're all good. The one I use for these shows does exactly what I want when I want. It's perfect, right? But just the smoothness of this Mac is just... And the way it looks like iOS, it's so familiar. I'm so glad I waited till we got to this stage where it looks like iOS. So it's even more familiar to me. And that's cool. Even though I've used Macs in jobs I've worked at, I've just never owned one before. So it was hard going back to watch YouTube on my laptop last night. But thankfully, I have this set up so I can just flick between my amplifier to my Mac or my laptop on my big screen TV and lay in bed with... So I have 3 mice altogether. I have 2 mice up here, one for the laptop, one for the Mac, and I have one for on my bed, which I can switch between 2 because I'm lazy and I watch TV from my bed. You don't need to know this shit. What am I talking about? I'm just trying to fill the air with gobbledygook. Hang on, let me pass the time with something more interesting. What am I doing? I know this is, whoops, far more interesting. Jesus. Let's get this going.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's the shit.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Yeah, I gotta have more cowbell too. In fact, I'm gonna be playing with Gotta Have More Cowbell all day. No, Russ, there's no interlude music, just cowbell. Just cowbell. All right, so we're nearly down.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Oh, fuck, I gotta stop. All right, it's getting irritating now. So here's bias effects. Let's see how we go here. Waiting for the tick. There's the tick. So we right click, export IPA, and we put it in here. And let's just put that there. Open up Finder and we'll install this. I don't think this is going to work, honestly. So I'll either jump on today and do another live stream on my Patreon, and we'll try and look at Cubasis. I'll actually get it on this iPad, or we'll do it on the weekend. But so jump over to my Patreon if you haven't already, and you can check that out there. What am I looking for again? What did I just install? Wow, Jade, get it together, dickhead. Bias effects, wasn't it? There it is. Okay, the moment of truth. Okay. Do I have a guitar plugged in? Yep, I've got guitar. First things first, please allow bias to access your microphone. Okay. Okay, I did all that. And there's definitely an issue with clicking on buttons in here because, okay, so it's not getting past that. There you go. I'm clicking that as many times as I can, and we're not getting actually past it. So it's not letting me go any further. And that's what you're going to get with a lot of this stuff. It's either going to work or it's not. But I'm trying to bug the system and get around it. So that's where you get for trying to fuck the system and jump around Apple's closed wall. These things happen. Cool. All right, so I think that's enough for today. We've had a look at, so you can get an idea of at least where we are heading. I'm going to uninstall these apps because I'm not going to use them. But look, I think, and I think I can quite confidently say over the next couple of years, it's going to become very interesting. I think as iOS developers continue to make new apps going forward, I think it's going to be really cool that they're going to start integrating their apps into actually make them Mac ready. So that's the best thing. See you later, Lady Rodaline. That's the best thing. So maybe a lot of the older apps, like some of the bigger ones, will get updated, like LumaFusion, Cubasis. All these things will start getting sorted. But going forward, new apps will definitely, they will start doing that. So did the Mac Mini come with a safe word? Yeah, fuck. Because I said that heaps yesterday. And it wasn't always bad. Sometimes I was like, fuck, why isn't it working? And sometimes I was like, fuck, this is cool. Because that's what we do here in Australia. We use swear words as good and bad. Awesome. All right. I think it definitely is that moment. I can hear it in the distance, folks. It's the calling. And when I hear that, it's that warning. It's like, you're being too brutal. It's that metal music. It's coming to take me away. And that means I have to go. So, folks, I hope you got something out of this. Press the like button, subscribe, join my Patreon if you like at patreon.com/JadeStarr. Yeah, check out howtoapp.ios.com as well. And if you are watching on the replay, you will be seeing right now some little icons pop up with a subscribe button and a playlist. So go and check those out too. But until tomorrow, as I always say, keep rocking. Stay gangsta. And just do what makes you happy. And stick around for Pete John's channel very soon, in about 45 minutes, because he's got a show on Black Friday stuff. Bye!